Hi once again, everybody. It's took me 6 attempts to do this video, and every time I use it, something switches off. I use my gimbal, part way in, it switched off. I used my phone, part way in, the battery went. And I could have sworn it was fully charged, but anyway, as you can see, I hope you can see, the cork is now down, right the way around. I used self-adhesive 3mm cork. I also used standard cork that's not self-adhesive, and I used it in conjunction with that, which is double-sided and extremely strong, and it worked really well. So I'm very pleased. This took a lot longer than it should have because I was upgrading guitars and repairing them. I'm still building one for my granddaughter, which I'll get round to. Advice I need is to do with the track, fixing it to the cork. Now I've seen some videos where people have used PVA to stick the track to the cork, or track pins, or I could use that self-adhesive, double-sided rather, tape. Which have you all found works really well? Is it the PVA and stick the track, or is it track pins? I think track pins would make the job a lot easier, but using that tape wouldn't be too big a job. I was told by Hattons that if you use track pins, because it goes through the cork into the board, you still get noise and you still get the clickety-click sound when it goes over points and joints and so on. Whereas if it's glued down, you don't. Which have you tried, and which have you found to be the better option? Yeah, I think I mentioned the bus wire would have been my next job, but unfortunately for me, both my bloody knees have failed, and I'm still waiting for my GP to decide which way to go. Do we try injections first? Do we try physio, or do we go for knee replacement? And because of that, it's making it really hard to get into the attic, which is really frustrating for me at the moment, because this is dragging on and on and on. The warning I wanted to give you all was to do, sorry about that, a bit of a jump, was to do with these bass speakers. Now, I fitted one of these in a locomotive that had a TTS sound decoder. It worked well, and before I installed it, I tested it, and it came out with fractionally under 8 ohms, which is fine for the TTS decoder. And after a short spell, the sound just died. And after checking all the wiring, the speakers, decoder and so on, it turns out that the sound part of the decoder died. So I'm assuming the output amplifier has failed. When I tested that speaker again, it turned out to be 5 ohms. So we went from 8 ohms to 5 ohms, which is unusual. So I'm assuming that speaker's faulty. It started off fine, but then reduced the ohms, which many of you may know, you cannot have less than 8 ohms with a TTS decoder. Has anybody else had that issue? Where you use one of these speakers, or indeed another speaker that you thought was 8 ohms, which transpired that it wasn't. And I did test it, and it did show 8 ohms when I put it in. And after the decoder failed, after testing and checking, it turned out that it reduced to 5 ohms. Yeah, I've contacted the company I purchased this from to find out whether or not they've come across this before, but they haven't responded yet. So that's it for now. Hopefully I may be able to get the bus wire underneath, because until I do, I can't do any testing of trains on this track to finalise it. So yeah, that's it for now. Take care, everybody, and hopefully I'll have another video soon. If not on a layout, I might do a technical one on upgrades and so on. For example, these new decoders that have come on the market, and I've forgotten the terminology now, where they have inbuilt, what? Stay alive capacitors. I wish I could remember what they were called now. So yeah, you do not have to have an external stay alive capacitor. It's all built in. I could bet you when I switch this camera off, I'll remember what they're called. Nah, it's gone. Anyway, thanks very much. Bye for now.